to the
just have like
speediest catboy on Twitch.
I don't
Huzzah!
even know what year this keyboard was made, but definitely looks crusty and old. But it works, so I'm using it.
Have you tried maybe cleaning your keyboard?
I mean, that doesn't make it not be a fossil.
Please clean your keyboard. Please.
It's clean. It's clean.
Please.
It is clean. I swear.
Please wash your hands before using the keyboard.
It's clean. It's just old. I think this is like, damn, this thing must be like at least.
You jizzed on it, didn't you?
No.
Didn't you? You did.
No!
That's why it's all crusty. Gross.
This is literally like 20 years old.
That's
Althena,
not
if
what was
I can
implying
move
by
you
that
back to my
question.
side if you want.
I'm becoming very nervous over here.
It's no. No.
Anyway, thanks, Capcom. Bye. A lovely day. Anyway. Whence we left off, I believe we're what? On our second exaltation proclamation thing?
We
Sure.
just finished that, yeah?
Yeah, now we're into Constable B's new report based on the additional information.
I believe so, yeah. All right, let's pick it up.
This case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Gareb. Believe me, a London Bobby is good for his word. You see, sir, the windows on the top floor of the Gareb house are top hinged casements.
Obviously, if anything had been thrown out of the window, we would have seen it. I did leave the scene to go and fetch help, but my trusty Rolly was there to make sure that nothing was disturbed.
I didn't take my eye off the crime scene for one moment, sir. Nothing strange to report on that front, sir, even though I was clearly asleep.
He should try doing stimulants.
Okay. I'm ready. Well, this is quite startling. Top hinged casement windows.
Wow!
That detail was not on the police report, Constable.
Yes, sorry about that. I must have been a little drowsy.
You cannot excuse your sins with drowsiness every time, Constable.
No, sir.
Sorry, but what exactly is a top hinged casement window?
And you. You cannot excuse your ignorance with such trite remarks, my learned friend.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Take it away, Alfida.
Found it, Mr. Naruto. Cast your mind back to the windows in Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's room.
All right. I'll try.
So the window opens in order to allow the air to circulate inside the house.
Wow, is that how Windows work, Susato?
I'm learning so many things.
At Education Connection.
But as it's a top hinged casement window, it swings open along the upper edge, you see.
glad you rectified your ignorance. A casement window's most prominent feature.
That dumb as hell.
Is its stay, a metal bar which prevents the window from being opened beyond a certain amount.
It prevents its opening? This is all news to me. I've learned so much about windows.
Absolutely correct, sir. In other words, if a book or a knife were to have been thrown through the open window, it would have clattered against the pane and fallen straight down to the pavement below.
Oh. All right, just no.
You see the problem then? Good. Your education in Windows is complete.
Windows shutdown noise dot wave.
There was never any possibility of either the book or the knife traveling 15 yards over the road.
Sorry, I'm going to have to edit that together in a little bit. Not. That's. Huh.
That is, unless the window pane had been shattered. Something we've discounted already.
Are you sure about that? That can't be!
Did you see that, Rolly? That young Japanese man just collapsed in agony.
Whoa.
Oh yes, my darling, I saw it. I saw how he crumbled before me.
Yo!
Yo.
Yo! Yo, they are just clowning on this dude for real.
Right
Hey.
Oh,
then.
man.
It feels a little bit more than clowning. This might be an AO moment?
it really is.
Ugh.
Oh, Rolly, you're so strong.
You didn't even do nothing. Except sleep.
Apparently. How is this happening?
None of us know.
I haven't even started the cross-examination yet, and already my argument's been destroyed.
Counsel, if you could drag yourself upright again, the court awaits your cross-examination.
My lord. Oh, good. Another desperate situation. System 32. We use System 60. Constable Beats report.
That's right.
Yeah, and press we go. How can you say that for certain?
Very good question, sir. And the answer is this. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to all of us policemen of our sworn duty.
That's Alfina.
He showed us that before, didn't he?
Did he? Can't say I remember.
To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. That's what this job is all about. And that is why I can stand here today beside my long-suffering wife and tell you a Bobby's good for his domestic abuse.
Jesus Christ, Chris. Thin blue line,
While rubbing
bro.
my
Thin
tired
blue
eyes
line.
admittedly, sir.
Goodness gracious, Chris.
What was that? What was that about defunding the police?
Oh,
Jesus.
sorry, Capcom.
Nah, they'd probably be cool with it. They're pretty cool.
Oh, Roly, you're so manly.
Also, if I ever hear you say that line, Alfina, I'm just gonna assume that you're under duress, and I will try to save you from whatever weird situation you have gotten yourself into.
That's probably a fair. That's the new, like, you know, when people always like, what would if you were allowed to post one thing to your social media to like pretend that you were fine?
Yeah.
Like that would be right there at the top of something that would be like, all right, well, Alfina's been kidnapped.
That's like the same with me with, hey folks, going live with Final Fantasy 12 PS2 speedruns. See you in the stream. FBI's kicking down my door.
Not the Final Fantasy 12.
Oh, those were dark
Sheesh.
times.
Those were very dark times. I would complain less about Kyo going back to Nier Automata than I would about Kyo doing Final Fantasy 12 again.
Nier Automata,
That's a lot.
look, suffering in Nier Automata just hit different though.
How does one speedrun Final Fantasy 12?
Very painfully.
Slowly.
It's not even that slow.
Have you ever
really.
get like those?
It's just very painful.
You ever get those like weird intrusive thoughts, Oni? Like, what would it feel like if I did shove my dick in a blender when it was on? It's kind of like that, except you follow the intrusive thought pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah.
Of course I am, my darling Patricia.
Wait, why would I think about that?
What?
Oh, Roly.
Oh, Pat.
Oh wait, I have gone this long without making a joke. I'm surprised actually no one else has made that meme.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Patricia! Get it together, sweetie. We have a show this weekend.
Get it together, sweetie. We have a show this.
2.
Patricia!
You stop dropping that, okay, sweetie? 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2.
Patricia!
You're a little late on that count, sweetie, okay?
You're a little late on the count, sweetie, okay? No, none of this is what I meant. I meant, how can you say for certain that this case has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb?
Ah, I see, Sa. You should have said so earlier, Sa.
It's so good, Demon. It's so good. Yeah, well, so could you answer the question? That was a waste of time.
Absolutely, Sa. I will answer to the fullest of my abilities, Sa. There's a surprising reason why Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's domestic dispute can't be related to this case.
Uh-huh.
But before I get into that, Sa, just one thing.
Yes?
I'd very much like you and all your countrymen to understand the great British institution of Scotland Yard.
Yeah, and I'd like you to understand the concept of not being racist and, I don't know, maybe using seasoning in your food. But here we are.
So I hope you'll take back some tales of us London bobbies and how we're upholding our guiding principles.
Uh-huh. I wasn't planning on going back just yet. Only literally just arrived here.
So to that end, Sa, I'd be happy to lend you my personal warrant card, or my warrant card for your perusal. But I must warn you, you won't be able to get through it without shedding a few tears.
Thank you. I'll try. Constable Beats warrant card, then entered into the court record. Alright, let's talk about the casement windows again. So the casement windows, by which you mean they don't fully open, is that correct?
Yes, sir. They're just there to allow a bit of air through the house, you see. So they're restricted as to how much they can open, so that you cannot push your husband out of it.
Yeah.
And therefore, anything thrown out of the window from inside the room would simply strike the pane and fall to the street directly below. For clarity, allow me to mark on the map.
Bring the mic like inch closer. Yeah, there it is.
Here is a location where the objects would have fallen. Yes, directly opposite the scene of the crime, on the other side of the rather wide road.
Would it have been so hard for somebody to mention this top hinged casement thing? Like, I don't know, or? Well, I have another question for you, Constable.
And what would that be, sir?
You know what defenestration is? How do you even know? Why would you have any idea what sort of windows Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house is furnished with?
Ah, well, sir, that's very simple. You see, I helped with the investigation yesterday.
Excuse me.
Ma'am? Do you have something to add, Mrs. Beat?
Sorry?
You look, well, delighted. Is there some particular reason for that?
Oh, I was just remembering, that's all. We really were so lucky.
Lucky? What do you mean?
Well, of course I feel terrible. And for that poor woman who was attacked, don't misunderstand me, please.
Uh-huh, go on.
But we were just lucky it didn't happen on Rolly's beat. We was just so close, you see.
Oh, I hadn't realized.
Oh yes, that street, Briar Road, that's the boundary between Rolly's beat and the next one. Isn't that right, my love?
Homie about to get strangled by the scarf again. Constable Beat!
Oh, yes, that's right. That's the reason I was helping out with interviewing the occupants of the Garrideb household yesterday. Their house is on my beat, you see, sir.
That really was cutting it close then.
Constable, I wonder if you could clarify something.
She about to go in for the kill.
If the Garrideb household is on your beat, does that mean that the pavement next to it is as well?
Outside Mr. Garrideb's house?
Ah?
Yes, ma'am. The pavement on that side of the road is part of my beat. That's why I moved the body.
Yeah, right. I see. I was unaware of that.
Just think, if that woman had been attacked on just the other side of Briar Road.
Well, Chris? Chris?
Yeah?
We We would have never been able to go for that meal to celebrate our wedding anniversary.
Chris, are you insinuating that this upstanding officer of the law may have shirked their very serious and ethical and moral obligations to the community by tampering with a crime scene?
In order not to get strangled on their first wedding anniversary?
You know, that sounds like a you problem and not a do the right thing problem. There's a movie about this. It's called Do the Right Thing.
But that's the life of a Bobby, after all.
Extraordinary people are Bobbies, tirelessly working for the benefit of all underdogs.
Sheesh, Judge. Supposed to lick it, not make it an entire meal, bud.
Do you know what I think? I think it was the good Lord's way of rewarding my Broly for all his hard work.
And this has everything Alfina's not a big fan of. Sheesh.
Don't you think so, my darling?
That must be
It's
it,
almost
Pat, my
painful.
love. That must be it.
This is becoming painful to voice.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're getting there.
If it makes you feel better, I could put like a nice like frilly bow on your model or something. Oh my god.
I feel like this is more of a cat girl mood, unfortunately.
That's
Well,
not me.
I know that my cat girl is chesty and flirty, but I ain't feeling that right now, so you'll have to get over it.
Oh
That was what I was
no.
insinuating, is that you weren't feeling it.
I think perhaps. Go on.
I'll say that is far more girly than I have felt in weeks.
I think perhaps we should make sure we have that information officially on record.
Leave it to me, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll take care of it immediately.
The case file's information has been updated in the court record. Excuse me.
Wonderful.
And now it's my turn, I think.
All right, let's press her. Okay, but according to my notes here, the sun had gone down already and it was dark.
Oh, but Broly and I were still strolling along, gazing at the night sky, looking for our lucky star.
Or what?
That star that will guide us to eternal happiness.
Can it guide you to answer the question?
If a flaming book had cut across the sky in front of us, it would have lit up like a shooting star.
And if I'd seen a shooting star, I would have made a wish upon it.
You're supposed to tell people your wish, loser. You break the spell.
Oh, she ruined it. It's never gonna happen now.
Was it gonna happen before? Let
Well,
Broly be
I
his-
mean, generally the way how it works in police work.
Kind of have to stay awake to like get a promotion. I'm just gonna make that out there.
I don't know if that's true.
Anyway, let Broly be an inspector, I would have said. 3 times at least.
Of course, what with the smog and everything, we couldn't actually see any stars.
In short, are you trying to say that neither a book nor a knife crossed the sky before you?
Caught the controller.
Leading the witness?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That
Objection
is
leading the
correct,
witness.
sir. As sure as the night sky in London is starless, sir.
I would love to get an actual lawyer on here. Do we have any members of the chat that are actual lawyers that can help us? It certainly seems like they're telling the truth.
And then we saw that poor woman fall to the ground, so we ran straight over to help her.
Hold it!
Hold it.
Yeah, you said that you went to a nearby police box to fetch another officer. Is that right?
That's right, yes. If I had been on Rolly's beat, I would have known exactly where I was going, of course.
Don't feel bad, my love. You can't be expected to know the location of every police box on every beat.
So Rolly told me the way, only I sort of got a little lost on the way.
Patricia, my darling, that's...
Chris, did you die?
Did I die?
Yeah.
Did I die in the middle of the line, or did I not hit push?
In the middle of the
You
line.
did
it
not
was
hit
like,
push.
My darling, and then it cut out.
Patricia, my darling, that's why I love you. Your terrible sense of direction is bewitching to me
What?
That's
when I'm trying to hide the evidence. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
Oh, please.
there you go.
Gosh.
So, I suppose I was gone for about 15 minutes.
Don't these silly cishets know the rules? It's Pride Month! That's Alfina.
Yeah, I got slightly distracted by something.
Oh, it's all good.
Sorry. My bad.
No, not your fault. I got something else. But like I said, my Rolly was at the scene the whole time, making sure nothing was disturbed.
Absolutely nothing.
I was off duty at the time, of course, but a true Bobby is never really off duty, sir.
I just want to let you all know that I now understand what it's like to be a viewer in my Twitch stream. I'm like kind of getting off on watching you both suffer, and it feels really good.
I
have no shame. No shame. I'm enjoying this a lot.
I had made a new hat for my model. That was a pride thing, but I apparently don't have it loaded in, so apparently will not be using that. Very upset.
Do you have your Sylveon hat?
I do.
Sylveon's a pride icon, right?
It is trans flavored, colored. I don't know why I said flavored. I guess trans
It just
is a
feels
flavor
bit
now.
girly while complaining about
Fair.
how girly this is because that bow.
Happy Pride Month. Anyway. Oh, bother.
Bullets.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Naruto.
I bonked it up. No, just let me go back. Let me go back. No, let me go back. Stop.
Can't you just look at the history?
Unfortunately.
Oh, because you wanted to press the last statement.
Yeah. This is like all unnecessary dialogue to loop back. Wow. All right, let's again. Nothing strange to report on that front, huh? Nothing to report? You sure about that, Sparky?
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second.
Objection, sheer and utter bullshit.
Maybe he's technically not lying.
Objection, hearsay. No one else approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. I can swear to that on the yard's honor,
Technically
sir.
he's not lying.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular for me.
This burnt copy of The Lion's Pride was originally in the Garadev household. So the question remains. How did it find its way into the hand of the victims? Can you shed any light on that, seeing as you were at the scene of the crime the entire time?
Aha! Could it be a different copy, sir? One that just happens to be burnt as well?
It says here, you're really fucking dumb. Even if that were possible, why would the victim have been gripping a book like that in her hand? As we can see from this photographic print, look at this graph! She had a bag over her shoulder.
Well, sir, the book was in the lady's hand from the moment we arrived at the scene.
Is that so? There's something about this statement that's not sitting right with me. The two mysteries of how that knife ended up in her back and how that book ended up in her hand. There must be some common thread between them.
Can I ask you something, please, Mr. Lawyer, sir?
Yes, of course. What is it?
You're doubting us, aren't you? I can tell.
What? I wasn't really. I mean, what is she doing?
Please. Just because I'm a woman doesn't make my testimony any less valuable.
I did not say anything to that sort, ma'am.
You might just see me as the wife of a policeman, but I'm a woman of my word, I am.
I really don't even remember ever suggesting that I doubted you.
No excuses, I don't want to hear it. My voice will be heard. My lord, you'll let me speak, won't you?
Yeah, sure. I will allow you to supplement your testimony if you so desire. Sometimes the path of least resistance is the sage one.
Homie getting strangled by the scarf. Oh, that was a very loud mutter. This is what we call domestic abuse. This is not cool.
I heard that. That Japanese man thinks a policeman's wife's word counts for nothing, does he?
I have no comment, but I've seen a lot of videos that make me question things.
No comment.
That's okay.
Watch out,
Welcome to the
sir.
stream,
I might
Rai.
let you
How
get
are
away
you?
with something like that, but my Rolly won't.
Duly noted, Mrs. Beat. Please, I humbly ask you to continue. Gentle reminder,
What
Ashy, we're
could
not here to
possibly
kink
be
shame.
about to say, I wonder.
Sense of direction is just a little off, she says. Mrs. Beat, no one is questioning what you've told us?
I saw it. I did that evening. I saw it clearly. That little Eastern man with the whiskers and the funny curved back slinking away from the scene.
All right, objection. Racist.
I know what I didn't see as well.
Anything?
I didn't see any flaming books or knives flying through the sky.
All very clear. You also mentioned something about having a poor sense of direction?
Oh, yes. Well, that's embarrassing, really.
Boy, can't wait to crack this one.
I'm always ending up at the wrong place when I've made arrangements to meet Rolly. He gets ever so cross.
Excuse me, sir. Constable Beat. Is there a problem? Good response.
About what I expected.
No, sir. No problem, sir.
Your wife's remark just now brings something to mind, perhaps?
Roll a sense motive.
Yeah. Roll sense. Yo, I got you. I got my D20s right here. Yo, I bumped into someone that makes custom die, and they're like trying to teach me how to do it, and I might.
That sounds like fun.
Am
Yes,
I
please.
using my last character sheet?
Sure, why not?
15.
All right, well, we gotta roll for Rolly then.
All right, what do you think his sense motive is? Oh, bye, Alfina. Hi, Alfina. He
That-
rolled a 3,
that's
so
just
unless he's
awkward.
got the sense motive of a god, I think he's a bit up shit's creek.
Well, wouldn't it be bluff? Yeah, it's a bluff.
I was just remembering that the same thing happened that evening is all.
You mean Mrs. Beat lost her way on the night of the incident? Poggers.
Well, you see, I sent her off to find a police box in the next beat over from mine. But she was gone far longer than what I was expecting. I thought she'd be back inside 10 minutes, but my darling was gone a good 15.
Oh, Rolly, you're such a tease.
More like cheese.
Oh, that hurt. Oh. But the reason I was so long was because the bouquet, silly.
The bouquet?
I'm sorry, what bouquet are you talking about?
Oh, it was a present for our wedding anniversary. Probably so romantic.
How beautiful!
He saved up for it with farthings and hot pennies he found in the gutter while doing his rounds.
Ah, that's gross, but I understand. Yeah, how romantic. Gutter flowers. Nice.
I'd forgotten all about it until just now. Had you, my darling.
Ah! Oh yes! That was just between us. No talking to anyone else about it, darling. You have to promise.
Really? Oh,
What was that all about?
nothing.
Constable Beat looked obviously troubled during that exchange.
I'm afraid I can't offer any useful insight, Mr. Naruhodo. But I'm quite sure of one thing. We have to ask Miss Beat about the bouquet.
Miss Beat, this bouquet that you just mentioned, I'd like you to add details about it to your testimony.
Oh, really? Yes, I'd love to.
Please, go on. Tell me more.
What happened was I dropped my bouquet and ended up losing my way for a while.
Hold it!
You mean you dropped the bouquet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, that's right. Oh, I was so upset. We ran over and saw it was a woman with a knife in her bag.
What?
I was so shocked I dropped the bouquet Rolly gave me. It was in a dark spot where the streetlights weren't casting any light, so I didn't notice at first.
And then you went to the police box to report it to the policeman whose beat it was on?
Yes, and I came back to the scene together with the other constable, you see. That's when I spotted my bouquet again, but the funny thing was, when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere near the victim's body at all.
In case you need reminding, Miss Beat, the victim is not deceased.
I was all flustered for a moment before I heard a voice calling me from the other side of the road.
Your husband, presumably?
That's right. Silly me, I'd gone over to the wrong side of the street. Although, I'm gonna blame the bouquet this time. I can't think of how it got there. I really can't.
Doesn't that mean that the body isn't on the... So the bouquet somehow moved from one side of Briar Road to the opposite.
Curious indeed.
Did one of you dumb schmucks move the fucking body? I'm not. Look, I'm not mad.
What?
Not
How
mad.
could you?
You think we're being
Isn't it?
Not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, after gaslighting the entire court. Yep. About how bright it was and how good the streetlights were.
Yeah. Right.
Right? Isn't it? But the worst of it is, I forgot to pick up the bouquet up again when we left the scene.
This is definitely the worst thing that's happened here.
Anyway.
That beautiful rose Rolly bought me with that change from the gutter he spent so long collecting.
So gross. I mean, it's endearing, like in the crust punk kind of way, but also at the same point, like.
Gotta change.
Any Third
It sounds about
Strikes
right.
fans out there?
I
Dudley,
mean,
anybody?
what kind of fan?
Third Strike fans? Dudley?
Maybe.
Sorry, I'm a fighting game nerd. Dudley has a line where he says "Gutta trash." Anyway,
I
A second. I gotta fix these.
I like Bridget.
that's the wrong game and company.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, but at least it's not SNK trying to sell NFTs.
Are they?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, they are. Yep. Oh, dude, just I knew everyone was just like, oh.
No.
Hold on, I got the right sound clip for it.
That's how I feel right now.
Dude, he power stances that. Like legitimately. I like that dude just absolutely. You know what? I'll bring it up. You're
That's how
drinking
my soul feels
cum?
right now. Why SNK? Why?
Like this dude's straight power stances. It's so good. Right here, ready? The turn and power squat.
What the fuck?
My man's. My man's, he's right here.
What
The intent is there.
the fuck?
He definitely did. You know what? It is very reminiscent of early crabcore. I agree.
By bouquet. Do you perhaps mean this sorry, solitary rose?
Oh. Yes. Yes, that's it.
Wow. I mean, good on him though. At least he's trying, I guess.
That's the bouquet Rolly bought for me for our anniversary with odd bits of change he found in the gutter. Don't have to keep pointing that out.
Maybe just call it a rose, perhaps.
Tell us, Lord Van Zeeks, where did you come by the flower?
According to the report by the police officer in charge of the crime scene investigation,
It was found on the edge of the pavement in front of the Garadib household.
In front of the Garadeb's house?
Although, it wasn't noticed until the morning, as it lay where the street lamp cast no light.
Rolly is about to need medical attention with how much he tugging on his neck, lol. Nah, dude. Fucking Rolly got the strongest neck. That man eats the Popeyes biscuits, no drink.
His neck game's strong.
Neck game infallible.
It was believed to be of no relevance to the case, since it was found on the opposite side of the thoroughfare. Words.
Word.
Game.
Hey,
Sorry, I'm just lamenting that my trans sunglasses are getting super chromed out.
I'm sorry.
The Ace ones are actually worse.
I'm just. Oh wait. Okay, I'm like browsing something really quickly, and I'm like looking at granola, right?
Dude, look at these are like super green.
Does anyone see the issue that I see with a cereal named Choco Chimps chocolate cereal?
Yes.
Nope. I'm kidding.
It's gonna be a yikes for me.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What? Who?
I'm kidding.
Who? Homestead of?
Homestove.
Really?
Hey, look. It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, maybe.
Only the woke police wouldn't think that was fine. It's really not fine.
Wee woo.
Anyway.
Anyway, I'm not buying it because I don't want to support that.
That's the only reason right there.
Yeah, can we find other reasons for you not to buy that?
It's 10 pounds worth of it.
Choco chips.
That's a reason.
Why?
Well,
Alright.
yeah, it's like Cookie Crisp, but I don't know. Maybe they just decided they couldn't name it something. Are you Googling this now? No.
Wait,
Oni.
hold on. I used to actually eat these as a kid.
Oh my god, no!
So this is like
Chris, I got some bad news about your fault.
this is
bud.
like the Enviro Kids thing. And it
Yeah.
was like supposed to be the healthy fucking version, and they sold them at Trader Joe's. Yeah, my stepmom used to buy this shit for us all the time.
Yeah, this literally comes from Nature's Path, which is like a subsidiary of Trader Joe.
Yeah, the Koala Crisp and the Gorilla Munch was what got brought home most of the time.
That was a great derailment. I really threw us for a loop on that one. Anyway.
Giving up on my sunglasses, so back to yeah, okay.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Could I have it back now, please?
No, this is evidence. Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
The anniversary bouquet has been entered into the court record.
But it's a symbol of our love.
Well, now it's a symbol of your guilt.
I want it back after the trial. Do you hear me? I want it back.
Maybe.
Okay, Karen.
Karen.
Good grief. Rest assured that I shall do my very best not to forget Miss B.
I'm gonna press him again.
Hold it!
Nothing to report?
That's correct, sir. I had my eyes wide open the entire time. Never looked away for a second.
Hopefully this guy can keep his eyes open for more than 2 minutes.
With eyes wide open.
With arms wide open. No, I picked up some granola because I'm like tired of going out and like literally for us to. You ate all the granola in 2 days.
Yeah, that would be what would happen if you bought me granola like this.
Okay, but look, here's the thing, like, so I ordered like a 2-pound bag for like, it was not 37 pounds, okay? It was $18 for 4.5 pounds. It's 2 resealable 2.25 pound bags. And Shelby gives me some shit about it. I'm like, it's granola. It doesn't go bad. And she's like, you know, if they ever made an action figure about you, it would say like the two same things. These nuts and it doesn't go bad.
You're not wrong.
Fuck you!
It's accurate, yeah.
Y'all can eat my entire ass starting from the fattest part first.
No, it's fine. If you're strong enough, you know, it won't matter because you'll just eat the things that go bad anyway.
I intentionally did not. See, look, I don't have any Cheez-Its, and Makora ate all my fucking maple syrup. This is bullshit.
Just because you don't like the things that are true does not make them untrue.
Well, that's true because I'm not a conservative. Hey, video gaming! All right, that one was a fucking layup. Sorry.
Damn.
And Shelby is just speaking the truth about what would be.
Oh, Alfina said just because it's true.
Just because you don't like it doesn't make it untrue.
Anyway. I love you, Night Sprites.
No one else approached the scene, and nothing was removed from it. I can swear that on the yard's honor, sir.
Really? That seems a little strange.
Beg your pardon, sir. Strange, sir. Seems altogether regular to me.
This burn cap? Alright, so we're repeating. Nothing has
Yep.
changed. Okay. Alright, so that means that it's time to present some damn evidence.
It's time to rumble.
Yeah. We do have the bouquet, though. It's either... Oh, she only updated her testimony. Okay. Oh god, no, please. This is so long. Please make it stop.
I was about to be like, just hold down the B button, but then I'm like, oh wait, this is a computer.
I'm holding down the B button.
Okay, I'm crafting.
Oh, well, I mean, that. I guess we could have read that, but like, who cares? Nah, I just need to find the right thing. Oh, the bouquet being on the other side of... Yeah, there we go. You gremlins drank all my maple syrup. What the hell is wrong with you? And Chris stole my Cheez-Its. You claim, Constable Beat, there was nothing to report in the 15 or so minutes you were guarding the scene? But that cannot be! It cannot be!
No, you're wrong.
Dun, dun, dun.
Shoutouts to Legend of Dragoon.
say.
In your testimony just now, Mrs. Beat, you explained to the court that when you arrived back at the scene of the crime with the policeman assigned to that beat, the bouquet you had at the victim's side was no longer anywhere nearby.
Objection!
Yes. On the opposite side of Briar Road to where the victim was attacked. But considering the size of that meager bouquet, if a single sorry bloom can be so described, no doubt it was blown in the wind across the street, back into the gutter where it belongs.
Bro. That was incredibly rude of him.
Meeker?
Did I stutter?
The Spider-Man editor, he's just getting me right here. Thank you. I need lewd pictures of Spider-Man. But if that were the case, why did Constable Beat not testify to the fact? J. Jonah Jameson. I don't really keep cookies around.
No one else approached the scene and nothing was removed from it.
Damn. Caught in 4K.
Constable Beat swore that on Scotland Yard's honor.
There's some in the kitchen. There's some in the kitchen. That's you again, Alfina.
I'm swapping parts in my head and not remembering.
That's okay.
But the bouquet belonged to me. It has nothing to do with the case. That's why Rolly didn't mention it, I'm sure.
No, because sadly, it's not only your bouquet we're talking about here. More than one thing in this case is mysteriously the wrong way around.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Just think about it. Dim, dim, dim. No Limp Bizkit fans? All right, never mind. Besides, Mrs. Beat's bouquet, there's Mr. Garrideb's book. Mr. Garrideb's copy of The Lion's Pride, which was thrown out of the window by his wife, would have struck the pane of the casement window and landed here, on the west side of the street. And yet, it was actually found here, on the opposite side of the road, in the victim's hand. Meanwhile, according to the testimony we've heard, Mrs. Beat's bouquet, it shouldn't have been dropped here at the scene of the crime on the east side of the street. But in fact, it was actually found here on the opposite side of the road, in front of Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house. There's no logical explanation for those things,
I mean,
unless somebody deliberately moved them.
what are you trying to say? You're trying to get this poor man killed.
There's definitely a strangling fetish going on here.
Oh yeah, don't kink shame.
I gotta remember what her voice was. Don't you listen to a word that scrawny lawyer says.
Wow, rude.
Twittering on about books and bouquets? Why should we care? It's nitpicking, that's what it is.
Oh, good. Mrs. Garadeb's come around. You might call it nitpicking, Garadeb. But deliberately meddling with the scene of the crime is a criminal offense. It's called,
Tampering, Mr. Naruto.
But the person responsible for this tampering cannot admit to it. For a very subtle but compelling reason.
Tampering? You've barely heard the term before.
A
Because I'm gonna
sphincter
sell you,
says what?
jackass.
Tell us, my learned friend, who would possibly have had to cause to carry out such an elaborate deception?
In the immortal words of Sharky. Do you know what that means, or are you just saying words you've seen on the internet? Yes, there is someone who tampered with the scene of the crime. All the evidence and all the testimony points to that one particular person.
Counsel, I must demand that you substantiate this conjecture.
Substantiate? Oh,
English is my first language. Who are you saying is responsible for tampering with the scene of the crime?
say it loud and say it proud. Fuck 12. Obviously,
Hey,
there's
Cap.
only one person who could have been. Constable, Rolly Beat, it was you, you smug son of a bitch.
Did you say that about my husband?
What? A policeman? A member of Scotland Yard?
What nonsense! Why would my Froley do something like that? There's no one straighter than
Yeah? Yeah? Are you sure about that?
Actually, I'm gonna say this because there's actually some truth to this particular statement. Hold on. There's no one straighter than my husband. There we go. Okay. Back to the full acting. No,
Are
Bobby
you
works
sure
more
about that?
tirelessly for the people of London. I mean, my husband, the one I'm trying to divorce, yeah, he's pretty straight.
Heave ho, baby.
How
Heave ho.
unfortunate for him.
No,
Happy Pride
not
Month.
unfortunate for him. Not unfortunate for him. We don't like him.
He's evil.
We don't want him to be happy.
I've been trying to mail him shit in a box, but Alfina keeps stopping me.
By not giving the address.
Damn.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure it is a felony, so I guess thanks.
Probably is.
It definitely is.
I
Don't ask me
worked
how
in
I
the
know.
Post office. I'm pretty sure it is a felony.
Why do you know?
I said don't ask.
This is a
And
recorded
then I asked.
line. Yeah, and this is a recorded line.
Get one of those
Yeah.
colon guard containers. Night Sprites. Yo, Night Sprites knows about the banana splits, dude. We've come full circle to my fevered nightmare dreams that I shared with everyone. The banana. You don't know about the television. Sometimes when I get really tired, the banana splits song gets stuck in my head, and then someone was like, It's the same chord progression as Buffalo Soldier, but sped up, and then we went into like a 5 or 10 minute dissertation about the banana splits and how damaging cartoon shows. Okay, it's a cartoon show from the 70s about these very weird,
From the
very
70s?
strange. It may have been 60s, to be honest. Like late 60s. They're like these giant. Okay, imagine Gritty as an extended family, but they're from the 60s and kind of shitty. You know, like that
Yeah.
really terrifying, like the old school Easter Bunny photos, and how like, yeah, okay, so it's like that, but they're like related to Gritty, but they're a band. They have like dune buggy, and they go to amusement parks, play with kids.
Well,
If there wasn't filmographic like videographic evidence of it, people would just assume that I've been boofing PCP like it's going out of style. Not recently, no, not within the past 90 days. Yeah, I know that if you boof it, it's free. That's the festival rule. Anyway, I digress. Mrs. Beat. You said in your testimony that your husband asked you to go to a nearby police box to fetch the officer on duty. The 15 minutes that you were absent from the scene is the only opportunity anyone had to tamper with it.
You're making it all up. It's all nonsense. All lies.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
What, that Japanese man with the whiskers? I bet it was him. He did it.
Objection.
If that were true, Constable Beat would have seen him do it.
Oh,
Duh.
and forgive me for pointing it out, but when you dropped your bouquet, Miss Beat,
Why are you playing this behind me? Why are you torturing me right now? On 3 hours of sleep and you're gonna start playing the Banana Splits theme song? I end up shitting in the corner and fucking hiding under the desk.
In the corner and on Nora's little box or outside of it?
Around. Like a
Oh.
like a pattern.
it was after the defendant had fled the scene. Well,
Objection.
what are you
First.
objecting now?
You make accusations about the landlord and his wife. Now you incriminate a policeman as well. But your accusations lack one very important thing.
Ah!
You claim the crime scene was tampered with.
Oh, no, I'm roboting. Hold. I
You
must
okay, bud?
fix- I don't know why I'm roboting.
You wanna run it back?
Hold on. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what it is or why my stuff is.
Is Discord getting AWS?
Yeah, because you sound a little choppy too.
Yeah.
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, I
Everybody
can
sounds
hear
fine to me.
Alfina.
Now it's fine. Now it's fine.
Oni, you're
Now it's fine.
back.
Okay, good.
Chris?
Looks good to me.
All right, there we go. It's just a hiccup.
Okay. But there is only one reason anyone would commit such a reckless crime. To hide something.
That's right, he's right. But husband and I just happened to be there, that's all.
Fuck. There we go.
So why would we have anything to hide? It doesn't make sense.
You've offered no motive for this alleged tampering. And until you do, your accusations are nothing but empty threats.
Constable Beat had a very good reason for wanting to tamper with the scene of the crime. That's the key to this entire affair.
Mr. Naruhodo, have you managed to solve this mystery?
Counsel, you have made a very serious accusation against a London police officer. If you are mistaken, I'm sure I need not point out that your reputation as a lawyer will be irrevocably damaged. With that stark warning in mind, I will now explain to the court the motive of this alleged tampering. You will now explain it. I won't explain it. I don't know.
I'll give you $1.
No. It's fine. You got this.
Oh. Yes, my lord. Constable Beat's motive for tampering with the crime scene was to hide where the victim fell. Where the victim fell to the ground. That is what this Bobby had to cover up at all costs.
What? Yeah.
Yeah!
Okay.
What?
Where the victim fell? You mean where she was attacked? What are you talking about? We told you at the very start, didn't we? On the pavement of Briar Road, we saw it happen, remember? It was right here. As if anyone didn't already know.
That's certainly what everyone has been led to believe. But in fact, that isn't where the victim was stabbed at all.
What? What?
Okay!
I'm beginning to wonder where this tumultuous trial will end, Counsel. You seem not to know when to turn down for what.
Yeah!
If that's your assertion, then the court is dying to know, my Nipponese friend. Where are you proposing this crime actually took place that evening?
Oh, that's pretty easy. Right about here.
Take that!
But that's... on the opposite side of the road.
I don't understand.
On the evening in question, Mr. Garrideb's book fell directly down from the open window above, and your bouquet, Mrs. Beat, never moved at all. What did move was the scene of the crime itself.
Good gracious!
Objection!
Perhaps you haven't been listening to the ample testimony the court has heard. But these witnesses both saw the moment the attack took place.
That's right, I saw it with my own eyes.
It was 5 o'clock in the afternoon and already dark. There was a typical London fog on the ground. When you saw the incident unfold and ran to the victim's aid, that was actually on the west side of Briar Road. Alfini.
No, that's not true. It can't have been.
Constable Beat then arranged for you to be absent for a while by sending you for help. And during the 15 minutes you were away, he transplanted the crime scene. He moved all the things shown in this... He moved all the things shown in this print. Victim herself, 4 books. He moved everything, in fact, to the pavement on the east side of Briar Road.
Extraordinary.
But the constable overlooked one thing.
What did he overlook?
The bouquet, I presume.
Yeah, exactly.
The prosecution told the court just a few minutes ago about the discovery of the rose bouquet. Lord Van Zeek said it wasn't noticed until the morning as it lay where the street lamps cast no light.
Yes. It couldn't be seen in the dark, obviously.
Hey, thanks, Judge. Which is why it was only the bouquet that was found in its original position on the pavement on the west side of Briar Road. And that is the defense's theory about what really happened that evening. How do you respond? Constable Rollybeat. I showed you my
believe that's
defense.
with
Please
s'mores.
respond. Do you know who has a very unsettling amount of pictures of birds with the text, I showed you my dick, please respond?
Well, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, me too. It's Brighton.
Yeah, no, I was trying to just gloss over that, to be honest.
I was wondering if it was gonna be Brighton, but I was afraid to call Brighton
Just
out on
throw
that.
him under the bus.
Oh, he has.
I have
he,
gotten some
he owns.
unsettling amounts of those.
Yeah, he has birds. He owns birds.
I didn't mean to. Oh,
That's all. I got you.
I didn't mean to nod off again, but I haven't slept properly in a month. Did I miss anything important?
Bro, we just accused you of tampering with evidence. Oh, Roly. It isn't true, is it? What the lawyers said is all lies, isn't it? I know it is, 'cause you're the most upstanding, righteous man I know.
Ugh.
Don't hurt yourself.
Christ, do you need me to Amazon you some mouthwash or something for after this?
Jeez.
Sheesh.
Ugh.
I said it once already, Alfina. You're just supposed to lick the boot, not make it an entire meal.
Oh, I hate it so much.
I had a dream, a terrible dream.
There were two ways to go, Chris, and you took none of them. You could have
know-
gone with Biggie or Dr. Martin Luther King, and you stuck to the script.
I did.
Strong man.
Strong man.
All the things I've done, all the things I've done. There, are you happy now?
All the things you said. All the things you
Yep.
said.
Yeah.
Running through your head.
This is not enough.
everything come out, everything exposed.
Mm.
Huh?
Only it seems it wasn't a dream at all.
Good golly!
Damn.
Order! What on earth is the meaning of all this?
Oh, Broly, why? Why would you do something like this? Moving a corpse is a criminal offense, isn't it?
Good answer. Wishing the victim dead should be one too.
Have the right to remain
Constable.
silent.
Explain yourself. Why would you do this? As a respected member of Scotland Yard, your duty is to protect the good people of London town.
I can't say, sir. For the personal protection of my life,
What?
I really am ever so sorry about all this. For damaging the yard's reputation, for everything.
Hmm. Yo, I saw. I'm mad hype. I have a possible explanation.
What?
For why, on that particular evening, for why Constable Beat felt compelled to move the scene of the crime. I can think of one reason.
Think of a couple.
His nagging wife? Is the
What?
trope about to come true?
How could you possibly know? You, a foreigner, presuming to understand the mind of a Scotland Yard policeman. And yet, Lord Van Zeeks, it is this foreigner who has uncovered the startling truth of the matter thus far.
Got him.
I believe it would be beneficial to the court to hear this extraordinary young lawyer's theory. Counsel for the defense, if you please.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, I think you had better show us some evidence.
At once, my lord. England, Japan, it makes no difference where you come from. Human emotions are the same. And I think I have a fairly good idea of the feelings behind this man's action.
What gives away the motive for Constable Beat's unthinkable actions?
Take that!
I realize that I'm a foreigner in this land, and I have only just arrived from Japan. Which is why all this information about London's so-called bobbies is completely new to me. I've learned that, though honorable, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world, for example.
Keeping the peace, looking after the citizens on his beat in all kinds of ways? There's no doubt that the young Bobby is charged with a great deal to do each day, certainly.
But for Constable Beat, the day in question was special.
Special? How?
Not missed like 20 comments about the anniversary.
On the account of this bouquet, my lord.
Oh, yes. It was our very first wedding anniversary.
Huh?
Constable Beat had worked so hard to be able to afford this simple gift for his wife, and was so looking forward to taking her out for a celebratory meal of ass.
When he and Miss Beat stumbled upon a crime along Briar Road.
When he saw the shadowy figure through the fog collapse on the pavement ahead of them, what must have gone through the man's mind?
But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Miss Beat puts up with a lot being married to a Bobby like me. I just wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
I'm pretty sure he puts up with a lot from his wife. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
I feel like marriage is a give and take.
I'm sorry.
should-
Have you not
it
been
should.
witnessing the amount of abuse that I've been watching?
There's a lot of taking in this one.
Sorry. Okay. I just had to have that moment because
You're good.
This shit whack.
bad.
I judge you not.
This is the warrant card that. Oh, Jesus. Good lord. This is the warrant card that Constable Beat offered to lend me earlier. Inside, among the rules for patrolling policemen, it says, when a crime is discovered on his beat, a policeman must assist with initial investigations and help detectives.
Aha!
Constable Beat. Is that or is that not the reason why you moved the whole scene of the crime that day?
Yes. Everything you said, it's all right. It's all correct.
So that's it.
Because it's all right now.
All
on to
right
do-
now.
Boundary of... I don't remember
The
what
beat.
that shit was. Yes.
It's all good. I'm crossing up lines. Exactly. To summarize, the incident actually occurred on Constable Beat's beat.
Good gracious!
Great balls of fire?
Constable, do you realize the gravity of what you've done?
Earned himself 6 weeks of paid leave? Pending investigation? I hit the air horn. What are you gonna do? Tell me I'm wrong?
I'm gonna get comfortable instead.
It was the first time since I became a copper that I'd ever cursed God. Stay close to me, Pat. The criminal still could be lurking somewhere. We ran over to the scene. I have had every intention of doing my duty as a police officer. You've got to report this to the station as quickly as possible. But then it dawned on me. When I realized where we were, where the victim was lying, and what that meant for me. When a crime is discovered on his beat, the policeman must assist with initial investigation and help detectives. Why here? Why did this have to happen here? And why tonight, of all nights?
Twitch lurker did it.
Why? It's a copper's It's a copper's job to guard the scene of the crime, so... I told Pat she'd have to go to the nearest police box and fetch whoever was on duty there. It was then, when I opened my mouth to speak. It just came out. I couldn't believe the words that were coming out of my own mouth. This is the next beat to mine, Pat. So you'll have to go to the police box that covers it. Turn right along Mearsham Street, then...
And Dan? Dan!
Did he just fall asleep?
Probably. Oh my god, he fell asleep. That's son of a bitch. Are we all being teleported to the great beyond?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Me
Oh,
too,
sorry,
dog. You
about
wasted.
to be, bitch.
Oh, Constable.
I just wanted... Just that one night to take my Patricia out for dinner. With gutter money.
I don't
Gutter
care
money.
where money comes from. Oh, Rolling.
Oh no, she's getting into it now.
Oh, Lord.
Just that one night.
One more night.
I'm gonna celebrate.
Gonna
Oh,
sell
yeah.
my brains. Oh, yeah.
You knew that if the incident was on your beat, your evening of celebration would be ruined. And so you decided to move the entire crime scene outside your
All jurisdiction.
I feel that.
Y'all.
Aw. It's all good. We got like 10 minutes to go. We can power through it. Ah.
just across the street to the east pavement of Briar Road, which falls under the neighboring...
God damn it.
The neighboring Beats Care.
I was trying to, like, perfectly time it.
You see, I thought...
You thought?
Well, I was sure the victim was dead, you see.
I beg your pardon?
I wanna know.
You didn't even check.
Can you blow me? That's the only Phil Collins song I know.
What does that mean?
That boy needs therapy. Yes, Alfina.
Of course he did. Otherwise, my Rolly would have never left the poor woman freezing on the cold pavement.
Ah, I see your meaning now.
But God has come back. But God got back.
God's way on business.
Sorry, my dyslexia is really screwing with me on this one.
I'm feeling
It's all
it.
good. Point your
But
fingers
God
at.
backed me back my sins, didn't he? That's why. That's why I missed the rose I bought for Pat.
Oh no, Rolly. That was all my fault. I should have never dropped it in such a dark place. I'm so sorry, Rolly.
And can you tell us, Constable? How many books did you move from one side of the road to the other in total?
Oh, yes. 4 it was. Yes, definitely 4.
Hmm.
3 of them dropped by Mr. Natsume, and the 4th being the one that fell from the window upstairs in the Garadev household, of course.
But what made you place that book in the victim's hand? When all the others were scattered haphazardly around, I mean.
Oh, well, sir. That's because that's how I found it.
How you found it? What do you mean?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I think it's pretty obvious what that means. But,
That
you
boy
know,
needs therapy.
Man needs some vitamin C.
When we first ran over to the scene, the victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
You're sure it was
You're
this
sure?
book?
I'm sorry.
The lion's pride that the victim was holding? It's my line, Chris!
Oh yes, sir. No doubt about it, sir.
Insisting. The fourth book information has been updated in the court record. Oh,
The
some
forest?
vitamin C, D's nuts. Thanks, Ashy. Here, let me get you an air horn. How about another? Would you like another air horn?
She doesn't deserve them. Do not.
I'm doing it ironically, so it doesn't count. It's meant to shame them for their bad behavior.
I don't think it's working.
Do not reward her for bad behavior.
I
I
know.
don't think the shame is working because I think she likes the shame, so.
Chris, tell her she
Correct.
doesn't get any walkies this week.
Stepbrother, I'm lost.
Now there's a threat.
I thought this was an open and shut case at the time, you see.
Thank you, Dan.
There
I've
was
been
only
practicing.
2 people at the scene, and Pat and me both saw it happen. However, which way you looked at it, it had to be the fellow who ran off who'd done it. I thought. I couldn't see the harm, really. I didn't think moving it over the road would make a jot of difference at all. I suppose this is it for me now. I've had it.
What? My lord. Yes, Lord Van Zeeks. I believe that concludes the cross-examination of the witness.
Oh dear. Ah!
Constable, you may withdraw.
Well, that's broken.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Prosecutor, sir? What will become of my Rolly? What will happen to him?
He's going to be a prison bitch. I'm going to trade him for a cigarette.
For now, you are free to go home. The police will contact you in due course.
Please, please, don't punish my husband. This was all my fault. It's because I'm always moaning for him to come home. I'm always moaning at him for coming home late.
Leave it now, Pat. Let's go home. I'm tired.
All right then, my love.
One last thing, Constable.
Sir?
Let this be a lesson to you. In a criminal investigation, every detail matters, however insignificant it may seem to you.
Yes, sir.
Carve that lesson into your mind. And never again make the mistake of tampering with the scene of a crime.
Never again, sir. You mean to say...
Leave now. This trial is not over yet.
Yes, sir.
Well, quite a startling revelation, I must say. Whoever thought of a third party transplanting the entire scene of a crime like that? Indeed, my lord. Nevertheless, there are some immutable facts here. Principally, that the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
Objection!
No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being presumptuous. But I believe the prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
Lord Van Seeks, is this true? Very well. Name the person if you will, and if further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objections to the trial continuing. You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime.
I absolutely will. Next time.
Next time on Dragon Ball
Ball
Z.
Z. Hey, well done, everybody. Another episode in the books. Good job. That was a fun one. We got derailed. We talked about banana splits, boofing. What else?
I was put into physical pain.
True. So was Chris. It was awesome. I loved it. Every second of it.
I hate it here.
It's fine. It's fine. Alfina's raid boss has been defeated.
I mean, I can make this even one better because Alfina's on stream. Don't forget to wish them a happy birthday on the 22nd.
Why do you have to tell people these things? Like,
Ayo!
Ayo!
and no, you cannot wish me a happy birthday early. I will get grumpy.
I'm going to
Do it tomorrow at
Set an
midnight.
alarm.
Set an alarm. Okay, Google. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Quite honestly, very sore ass. Must get to bed and figure out why Carrie Palmer is tagging me, telling me that I can't use the word femboy anymore. The internet is a wonderful place. Anyway, let's extroduce ourselves. You want to go reverse order?
I don't remember what the order was.
You're first then.
All right. I'm Chris Series. I do variety streaming and lead the Final Fantasy XIV Raid Group Blitz. We do a huge amount of variety of stuff. Yep, right now we're starting Final Fantasy VII Remake. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Excited to get into it.
I am Oniheart. I never actually talk about what I stream. Currently, right now, we're doing Strangers of Paradise, and after that, it's whatever the fuck RPG I feel like playing, and fighting games scattered about, and also art at some point, maybe. Who knows?
Melfina, I hate it here.
My they'dy and or gentle them in Christ, you have made here.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Damn right I'm right.
I didn't say you were right. I just said you're not wrong.
Either way, tell us what you do.
Oh, occasionally I stream whatever I feel like. There you go.
All right. Well, I'm going to sign off now. We'll find someone to raid into. Thanks for joining us, y'all. And we'll check you tomorrow. Tomorrow should be Stranger of Paradise and Persona 5 Royal. Hooray. Say goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye-bye.
All right, friends. Thanks for hanging with us. And as per usual, when we leave, if you want to hang out with us in the Discord, feel free. It's a great place. You can hang out. Occasionally, we need some extra voice actors and actresses. There's also great recipes, food, etc., etc. Do your thing. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It's not looking like it's going to trend there, but you know, all sorts of cool stuff, some shorts, and then the backups of all of our VODs and PBs and stuff. If you haven't checked out our friends over at SkyTech, if you need a PC either pre-built or custom, hit them up. They are really wonderful, wonderful people. I love them very much. Our very fabulous and prideful coffee sponsor, Grindin' Coffee Co., and our Nerd Tea friends. Definitely check them out. And if you would like to spoil the cat boy or even give me suggestions of cool things that I should maybe invest in, definitely check out the Throne wishlist. Beyond that, yeah. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you for the bits, the gifts, the resubs. Y'all are tremendous, and I really appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow. Let's go raid.